What kind of music do you have playing?
See, only in Japan music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. How you doing, everybody? It is
Greetings.
John. I'm here with Peter.
Hi, guys.
And today we're going to be talking about trains. On April 3rd, Peter and I went on a trip to Aomori on the Tohoku Shinkansen, the green, Tokiwa green E5, which was totally cool. And we're going to be showing you some footage of that as well as talking about our experience.
Yeah, it was an awesome trip. I'm so happy you invited me. And to go along with JR on that special train, and yeah, good fun, really good time.
Yeah, it was a really special to have us our own private Shinkansen train, which I think was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm going to start up with showing you a drone shot of the train. This is actually I staked this out for the main channel episode for Only in Japan coming later today or maybe tomorrow. By tomorrow, I'll upload this. And this green one in Tokiwa green is the Tohoku Shinkansen. It is so stunning on the landscape, the way that it just flies by through the rice paddies.
That's nice. That's the one we were on.
This is the local one. The other one, the one we're on, is connected to the Akita Shinkansen, which is also red in the front.
Right.
They separate at Morioka Station.
Right. And you actually got separating or connecting.
I have some footage of the link where it is there, but not of that separating in the video. But it is very cool.
Yeah.
When we were in Morioka, do you remember? Everybody was taking pictures of it like that was the main thing.
Right.
The connection between the Akita Shinkansen and the Tohoku Shinkansen that goes up to Aomori. Super cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
This trip that we did on April 3rd was in collaboration with JR East, Japan Rail East, and Jeki and Jarman International, and it brought us all together to make this trip. I think it was connected with Destination Tohoku campaign, Destination Campaign Tohoku, which was this really cool thing where we got this whole train all to ourselves. And in this main channel episode, we actually ate how many bentos? Do you remember?
Oh God, it was at least 5 or 6 each.
At least 5 or 6. This is a picture of the bento that we ate. And
did you have a favorite?
I did have a favorite, and I will tell everybody in this live stream. We'll get a chance to talk about it. Gmon Threefold, thank you. I appreciate that very much. We've got a couple of cameras set up. This is the first time we're doing anything like this inside of Tokyo Station. This is the Japan Rail Cafe. This is a little room that's inside of here. We could see over here outside all of the passengers walking by, which is so cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool space. And we're in the tatami room, which is open to everybody. I thought it would be a reservation thing, but if you come to the Japan Rail Cafe, you can actually sit in this tatami room as well.
Yeah.
Take off your shoes. You gotta take off your shoes. Only in Japan.
That's right.
But it's a really comfortable space. And another interesting fact is the Japan Rail Cafe is not just in Japan. They've got 2 other branches in Singapore and Taipei.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We actually have, Peter, a lot of stuff from the Japan Rail Cafe. They asked us to eat it. And we got a drink already.
Yeah, you got one right here.
Dude, this is pretty cool.
So
Check it out.
This is the hottest drink. It's iced, but it's the hottest, meaning the most popular, in Japan Rail Cafe. And it's exploding on Facebook, evidently.
Oh, this drink?
This is the matcha, iced matcha latte. So let's give it a try.
All right.
Yeah, the kuchikomi, the word of mouth is on fire right now, Evan. Let's try
it. On fire, on ice.
Oh, man. That is really good.
That's good.
Nice.
It's sweet, but it's got that bitterness of matcha.
Right. Yeah, that really is a nice balance. Oh, man.
Actually, Peter, this tastes like they had put matcha ice cream into a glass and just let it melt. That's how good it is. It's nice and creamy.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's high quality matcha.
It is very good matcha.
Yes, that's really good. Too bad you guys can't have it right now. You have to wait till you come.
That's true. You can't have this. yet, but this cafe has been around for a little while. Actually, there's a window here where you can get your rail pass, the one that we were on. It's called the Japan Rail East Pass Tohoku area. It allows for 5 days of consecutive Shinkansen travel on the Tohoku Shinkansen, as well as all the trains.
All JR trains.
All the JR trains in Tohoku, going from Tokyo Station. It was
what
really...
a bargain.
It is.
For 20,000 yen? I think it's 20,000 yen or something like that.
If you think about it, like one trip from Aomori from Tokyo to Aomori is 14,000 yen, which is like 75% of the cost of the ticket for one-way trip. And then you have 5 days.
Right.
So the Japan past Tohoku area is really something I've been using as a YouTube creator to try to make more content up in Tohoku. This is like a cheap way to get up there really fast.
Well, it's only open to foreigners, but foreign passport holders.
Right.
Is that deal is offered to? So
you need your passport.
Yeah.
Even if you're a resident of Japan, and you can get this pass as a resident of Japan. You just need a passport. Even your foreign residence card.
Right.
Not that, but your passport to prove that you are a foreign resident. This is just a foreigner. So this is just something that they ask as a requirement. 20,000 yen, or less than $200 right now with the exchange rate. For 5 days of consecutive Shinkansen travel.
Great deal.
It's super cool.
Great deal.
Hey, Katayama's in the house. I'd say buy something to eat, but JR already is doing that. That's true. Thank you guys. Make sure to take some home for Kanai and Rio. You got that, Katayama. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Katayama-san.
Yeah. So, I before we get into the food and all the other good stuff, and I want to talk about this trip that we did and Tohoku in general. Tohoku is 6 prefectures. Those prefectures, do you know what they are?
Yeah, but okay.
This could take a while.
Aomori, Fukushima.
Aomori. Okay, well, let's start from the bottom.
Okay.
Fukushima.
Right.
Miyagi.
Right.
Iwate. Aomori. Akita. Yamagata. Those are the 6 prefectures of Tohoku.
You got them perfect, John.
Oh, I have been there maybe a little bit more than you. What is your favorite place in Tohoku? You've spent some time up there.
Right. I'd have to say Aomori.
Aomori.
Yeah. I really like the Nebuta festival, and it's a really nice vibe. I kind of connected with that. But I ride a motorcycle, and I like motorcycle touring, and I've ridden all over that area. And the roads everywhere are awesome. The scenery everywhere is amazing. So from a biker's perspective, I mean, it's hard to pinpoint one, but just like on this trip that we took, I think going to where we stayed in Aomori, it was just really nice place.
Aomori is very popular, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
It has the most snowfall in all of the world.
Right.
Aomori City. That city is considered the most snow in the world. It's pretty amazing. And it also has the Pacific and the Sea of Japan.
Yeah.
In that one prefecture.
Right. Kind of all comes together there.
Yeah. Which means it's got some amazing seafood. Iwate, Yamagata, Akita, Fukushima, and Miyagi. Miyagi has what's considered the capital of Tohoku, which is...
The capital of Tohoku?
There's no Tohoku capital, but the biggest city in Tohoku is... Sendai.
Okay.
Really? You didn't know? I told him that on the Shinkansen train. All right, I want to show you...
But I never listened.
I want to show you some of the footage that from the Shinkansen platform. This is our own private train that we had, and I'll be showing this to you. Look at that, it said party.
The party train.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
This is our own private Shinkansen that we rode on April 3rd from Tokyo
Hello,
up
everybody.
to Tohoku. Look at the staff telling us to have a nice trip.
Tokyo Station. This is the platform.
They did not hold anything back with this. I got interviewed by the local newspaper. I think that's the Kyoto News, maybe. One of the big newspapers, which was really cool. it was a big event, you know, and I think that this is a special time to highlight Tohoku and using the trains because it's such a big area, northern Japan. Being able to jump on the Shinkansen. Here comes the
There's
E5.
a train.
Yeah.
Isn't that a cool looking train?
Look at the nose on it.
Yeah. It's such a slick train.
I gotta say, the lines on this thing are deadly sexy. I don't know. Can you call a train sexy? I think you can. Yeah. The Asian nerd is here. FYI, John, the video is lagged, so the audio comes earlier than the video. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so this is quite amazing here to be able to be a part of a campaign like that, like this. Mm-hmm. They even gave me some gifts on the platform. Inside, we ate some of them, right?
Like some snacks.
Right.
Oh, there you're getting something.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was inside some really nice local snacks on there. Inside there.
Look at that snazzy mask.
I know the mask was one of the best things of the trip. I think it's the station master. That was pretty cool.
Oh, sticky!
That was a golf clap on the platform.
Yeah. And here we are trying some of the bento. There's Hana filming us from above the seat with a super wide lens.
Yeah.
That makes your head look like an alien.
Right. Yeah. Thanks a lot for that. John's trying to get cute with his camera angles. And I look like an ancient Egyptian.
You like it.
Yeah. Might have been popular back then. 3,000
We did
years
eat
ago.
a lot of bento. There's the picture once again.
Yeah, so I got the cute Shinkansen one there.
Right.
You can take away. You can keep the container. It's a kid's bento.
Right. That one up there, right. That's a kid's bento. Which one was your favorite? I guess we can talk about this now.
Sure. My favorite one is the one at the top center. That was mine. And wait a minute, did you have? Yeah, that's the one I had. It's the gyutan, which is the cow's tongue, and from the Sendai area, which is the most famous. That area is famous for the gyutan.
Right.
We both had gyutan, and what was so cool about it is it heats up automatically. You pull a string, and it just starts getting hot immediately, right? And it starts steaming. By the time you open it, it's a steaming hot meal. And it was so fresh tasting and just delicious.
You had the round one up on the top of this picture here.
Okay, yours was the
and mine was in the center
right.
on the top.
Yeah.
These are gyutan, which is beef tongue. Yours looked like a yakiniku grill, I thought.
Yeah.
And it was like super hot.
Yeah, mine was hotter than yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot to the touch. Like you had to be careful opening it.
Typically, you don't have super hot foods on the Shinkansen, and you would never bring McDonald's on the Shinkansen because it has a very strong smell. And one of the reasons why bentos are colder is because you don't want to offend the people around you with the smell of the food. That's something I think, I don't know, just a sensibility of us living here in Japan. You don't want to be noticed for something. Yeah. McDonald's smells
I never
strongly.
thought of that. I've never brought fast food onto a Shinkansen. I usually get the Ekiben.
Right.
But that's a really good point. I never thought of that. You are
Really?
so sensitive.
Well, I don't know. But these foods were mostly cold. The other bentos. My favorite was the ikura with the piece of salmon in the middle. That's from Aomori.
And I had the uni.
And you had the uni, which is directly above it, which is really good.
The sea urchin.
And then we both had the one in the center on the bottom there.
Which is the number one bento, right? The most popular one.
Right. This has 6 compartments on the top, each one from Tohoku. Yeah.
Different regions of Tohoku, right?
Different regions.
Yeah.
I apologize for the delay or the lag that you might be experiencing right now. I hope it's not too bad. Bob Joe, here's for another bento. Thank you so much, Bob Joe. We're going to put that towards probably something more to eat as well.
Yeah.
They do sell bentos all throughout Tokyo Station. You can get them just about anywhere. But the place that we went to was called Ekiben Matsuri. And Ekiben is the name of train bentos. Eki meaning station in Japanese.
Right. Well, and also here at Japan Rail Cafe, for breakfast, you can get a Japanese, if I can
Oh, wow.
bring it up close there, Japanese style breakfast for 1,800 yen, about 18 bucks. And it's got the salmon. This is a typical Japanese breakfast, which is the salmon and natto, miso soup.
Is there natto in there? Fermented sticky beans?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. No, not in this one. But it's got just about everything else.
It's got,
Yeah. But we also have some other tea. We got a green tea set, which is also on the menu here.
The ladies are bringing it right now.
Yeah. And let's just show you the real thing. It's 5 different types of hot green tea.
Oh, wow.
Hot and cold.
Oh, wow. All right, can you put that there?
Yeah, hang on a second.
Look at this. It's
Yeah.
hot.
Okay, hang on. Let me get it pulled up. Okay, I got it. Ooh, and we got the whisk to whisk up our own matcha.
All right, I got to go and get the other camera. This is too good to pass up.
Really cool. So this set here, John's gonna grab the portable cam here so we can get a close-up of it. But it's several different types of teas, iced and hot. Look at that.
Whoa.
Let me see if it's written in English here. Although these are all classified as green tea, they're totally different from its flavor, texture, and aroma. Enjoy Japanese green tea and broaden your tea experience.
That was well said, sir.
Thank you.
Very well said.
So it has instructions on what you need to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, show us this here.
All right, so green tea espresso with Japanese sweets. Add 80 milliliters of hot water. Whisk the matcha in a zigzag motion and finish up by breaking up big bubbles on the surface.
Nice.
Enjoy. All right, so here's the whisk.
I think it's been done for us.
Yeah.
The ladies, I don't want to show you inside the cafe too much because we have. You can see outside. There's the station. There's no passengers walking by, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. Go ahead and Peter's whisking it.
Okay, I'm whisking it. Well, it's starting to get all kind of.
Oh right.
The awa.
You get some of that froth on the top there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ateru. Okay, I'm doing it right, evidently.
We got the ladies over there instructing us.
Now, who gets to drink
the
it?
Ladies, they might try to hide right now. There you are. All right, get right down here. Frothy.
So you have to whisk it fairly briskly, and you want to get this really nice head on it.
Hamza asks, what's my favorite bento?
On mo.
I'll answer. I think it's okay.
Finish? Mowari? Okay.
Okay. Were you waiting for the ladies there? You can see here, I zoomed in a little bit. You can see the separation on the froth on the top is so good. Why don't you take that down there, Peter?
All right. Since I did all the hard work.
You did all the hard work here.
All right. So this is the matcha, green tea espresso with Japanese. Where's the Japanese sweets? I don't know where the sweets are. But. Oh wow. You want to at least smell it before I drink it?
Okay, I'll waft it to the camera here. Oh yeah, you can get that bitterness, really nice bitterness.
All right, here we go. Oh man. Wow, that is so bitter, but really rich as well.
Bitter
and rich.
Nice.
You want to try it from the other end?
I guess it's all right here. All right, actually, let's just go through the other drinks and I'll give it a try at the end of it here. I see we've got 5 other drinks. This is what makes this drink platter so popular here is because they've got so many different kinds. You can try it all in one.
Okay, so number 1 here is the Genmai cha.
Oh, okay, they got a list here. Genmai cha.
Genmai cha is a brown rice green tea consisting of green tea mixed with genmai. It's roasted, popped brown rice. Okay, so I think they made it from this here. This is the. You can
see the popped brown rice in there.
Yeah.
Honey, the cat took my car again. Would like this. Thank you for the super chat there.
You want to try that one?
All right, I can give it a try.
That's number 1. That's the Genmai cha.
Genmai cha.
Now these are not in order of popularity. It's just in order on our map on the table here.
Yeah, you can taste. There's the like the graininess, the grain, slightly burnt taste is inside of here. I like that. I like eating just a little bit burned rice, you know, in like the hot pots where you put some rice in there, bibimbap or something.
Right. The leftover.
Yeah, you get that
kind
of
tastes like that.
Yeah, a
Really?
little. Not just the rice part of it, but mixed in with the bitterness of the green tea. There's a slight, I don't know, that it's. If you've never had genmai chai, it is definitely a favorite. It's also cheaper than the regular green tea, a little bit.
All right, so number 2, not to rush you. Number 2 is a Hojicha, which is a roasted green tea, which is fired at about 200 degrees Celsius. Wow.
Whoa.
Altering the leaf color, leaf-colored tints from green to brown. Enjoy the refreshing aroma. All right. I guess I'm going to do the honors of this one.
Yeah, go take it down there.
All right, so this is the Hojicha.
Hojicha.
It's iced.
Now, hojicha, when you go into some local areas in Japan, you'll smell the hojicha being cooked outside, and that sweet acidic smell.
This
hits
one
you hard.
has a. Yeah, it has. I can taste the kind of burnt flavor. It's very unique. It's very unique. And refreshing. Sometimes a bitter tea drink is not as refreshing as one that is just slightly bitter. This has a very slight bitterness to it, but it's not overly, you know, and it's refreshing. It's refreshing, kind of like a mugi cha.
I like hojicha because it doesn't have a lot of caffeine or any in there. It kind of the caffeine dissipates in the process.
Okay,
in the process. I did make a video on this. You can check it out. Mount Fuji. I took a look at the harvest and how to make the perfect cup of green tea, which is cool. Let's try really quickly go through this.
Yeah.
We have,
so the next one is gyokuro. And
that's from Kyoto.
Gyokuro is a green tea grown under the shade to enrich the umami taste. Interesting. It has strong, full-bodied taste, extracted at lower temperatures.
Which one is that?
That's this one here.
Oh wow! All right,
wait,
that's
number
mine.
3. Yeah, that's you. Wait, hang on a second. No, this one. This is
Okay,
number 3.
I'll try the shaded one. Now they make this in Uji in
No,
Kyoto quite a
that's the
bit.
one I wanted.
That's the one you wanted.
That's the one I wanted.
They make this in Kyoto quite a bit because
Kind of, it's almost like a brandy snifter, a tiny one.
it is a nice glass for this.
Yeah. Put it in your bag.
But doing it in the shade makes a big impact on the taste and the smell.
Okay, this is the gyokuro. One more time, it's a green tea grown under the shade to enrich the umami taste.
Wow.
Pretty flavorful.
Yeah, this is really good. It's definitely more tasty than the normal green
Smell
tea.
it. Oh yeah.
You can smell it, right?
Yeah, you can really smell it. Really pungent and a good.
Put your nose really. Get your nose in there. Yeah.
It's a good punch.
Get pungent.
All right. Number 4 is Sencha.
All right, we're gonna move on really quickly. Put this.
It's
to
the
bed
most
here.
popular green tea in Japan. Originated in the Edo period.
That's this one here, and the other one, the final one, is which one?
Is number 5 matcha, which I already tried.
Matcha, which you tried. This
you
is a
want to do that
pretty
one?
cool set. No, it's cool. We gotta move on.
All right.
That's pretty cool that you can get this here, right here at the cafe inside the Tokyo Station.
Ooh, this one is really interesting. It almost has a little bit of a mint taste to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the smell as well. Interesting, really interesting. So this is the Sencha. It's the most popular green tea in Japan, originated in the Edo era. There are various types of Sencha depending on the origin and cultivar.
Yeah.
Cultivar, you heard that word?
Cultivar? Yeah, different
That's
kinds
person
of
who's-
variety.
Okay.
I like that they give us a stopwatch here. You see this? So that you can make sure that you don't over cook the tea there. Yeah. So this is a pretty cool place. I put the camera back in there so we have the wide view again. I want to talk a little bit about the trains, but I also want to take some questions. I've never done this before. I don't know how this is going to go. So I have here the Discord fireside chat right here, and we have our moderator in the house. How you doing, Nosh? Nosh abroad.
Nosh abroad. But he's not abroad.
Doing well, thank you.
All right, great. So what we have some questions. I wanted to talk to people about their experience. If you've had, again, I want you, please, if you could keep it short, like really short. We don't have a lot of time. But where is your favorite place?
So 1 minute or less.
1 minute or less. Less is even better.
And we're watching you.
We're watching you. We have a stopwatch here, the old style here. If you have an experience traveling in Japan, or if you've been up to Tohoku, actually, that's a good way to do it. If you've been up to Tohoku and your audio is not bad, please raise your hand, and maybe we'll drag you in.
It's a tall order.
This is on the Discord server. This is a place where you can come and discuss, and I do these fireside chats. It's very similar to Clubhouse. Mm-hmm. So we have about 36 people online right now coming in here.
So the question is, have you traveled in Tohoku?
If you have traveled in Tohoku, yeah.
And if you have good audio.
And if you have good audio, because our audience, the hundreds of people watching, like to make sure we have good audio.
Yeah, I approve of that request.
As an audiophile yourself. Nosh abroad, have you traveled to Tohoku before, and where do you like to go?
I have. In fact, I think I was one of the people who highly recommended you go to Yamagata.
Right, which is actually on the door here. I don't know if you can't see it. Ginzan Onsen is in Yamagata, one of my favorite onsen in Japan.
That's a cool place.
Yeah.
Very retro.
Also, very famous Wagyu up there, and some excellent mushrooms, which I did a video with Japan Rail up there in the autumn on the main channel.
And they also use the old-fashioned gas lights. So the street lights.
Onsen.
Yeah. It's a cool place to walk around at night, especially.
Yeah.
Ginzan.
Anybody else here have been here? I see Patrick is in the talking mode here. Patrick, have you traveled up to Tohoku, or is there a place you'd like to visit?
I have. I've never been in the Tohoku area. But I've been I only been in Western Japan lately.
Western Japan. Yeah, that's a different area.
Because I'm planning to getting to the northern side in Japan. So.
Oh, the north side.
Tohoku and Hokkaido.
Western side of Japan is there's a lot of attractions there. I think Tohoku is a place that is untapped. It's a place that is still kind of raw to international tourisms. In fact, I think if you travel around Tohoku, you won't see many Western tourists at all. It's just not a place that's not well known. Kyoto, Osaka, Himeji, Hiroshima, Tokyo sucks the life, the information out of it. But
I think tourists that have come to Japan multiple times will then, take little trips to these other areas. But those who just come one time, they want to go to the main areas, and that's understandable. But yeah, you're right. It's relatively untapped, and it's such a beautiful area, the Tohoku region. My
favorite area in Tohoku that's hard to pick because I love them all. I used to live in Fukushima, actually, and when I was up there, I got a chance to travel to Sendai almost every weekend because that was the big city where everything was happening. Yeah. Sendai's got some pretty cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Not just the gyutan, but the nightlife is surprisingly interesting. All right. There's some places where you can get really close to people in old cafes. There's an area of the city I highlighted in an Only in Japan Go live stream with a guide that took us around there. So much fun. You get to sit right next to locals who try their best at speaking in English and have the local sake, which is so much better in Tohoku. Japanese sake is so good up there. It's because this is such a natural place. A lot of rice is grown up in Tohoku, so they got just this culture of boozing it up, and it was a lot of fun.
Hey John, your 1 minute's up.
Oh shoot, okay. Let's get back to the Discord server. We have here Robato-chan. How you doing?
Robato. Mr. Robato.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Welcome to the show. Do you have anything about Tohoku or something you'd like to talk about for less than a minute?
Yeah. I've
Watching you.
used to live in Koriyama, Eastern Aomori, and after I got married, I spent a lot of time in Yamagata.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, Koriyama is a pretty big city, not that far away from Fukushima, which is the capital of the prefecture. Which is bigger, Koriyama or Fukushima as a city?
I think they're about the same size.
Yeah.
I used to get a lot of white gyoza in Koriyama, but I can't find anymore.
Yeah, Fukushima is famous not just for sake and peaches, but gyoza. It's the spiral gyoza they've got too in Fukushima City. This awesome spiral gyoza, and I don't know. I never get full. I could eat 100.
Spiral
I know.
gyoza? What do you mean spiral?
I don't know. It just spirals around. It's in a circle.
Okay.
The gyoza
circular gyoza.
I guess I don't know what it's called, but it's all I know is that I always get like the largest size, and I'm never full. It's just so good.
You're making me hungry.
I'm getting hungry too thinking about that. Luckily, they got some food in the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be going on for another 15 minutes or so. So thanks everybody. This is a fireside chat. We're gonna be doing fireside chats more on the Only in Japan Go channel. This channel here. We're going to be talking about trains, all different types of topics, so definitely join our Discord server so we can discuss everyday life in Japan, traveling around Japan, which destinations should you visit, hotels to stay in, places, not just Tohoku, but all around Japan. That's on our Only in Japan Discord server, and it's free. Anybody can download and join us. And I wanted to plug your channel before we come to an end. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Well, about my podcast. So my name's Peter von Gomm. Some of you and we know each other from my channel. I'm a voice actor, professional voice actor and narrator here in Japan, and I have a podcast which I would love for you to check out called The Serial Talker. And it is a true stories, true crime is the genre of the podcast. And I have a picture here somewhere, you can see it. So I narrate them because I'm a professional narrator. That's what I do. This is my podcast, The Serial Talker. Please check it out. I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah. He's going to comment, and I will pin it to the top of the comment, so it makes it very easy for you to find it. Okay,
cool.
And I'll put a link in the description, but check the comments in about 10 minutes after this.
Great. Yeah, thank you.
Check it out. I like what he does because, you know, on YouTube, it's a video platform where you're always getting these images, but sometimes you just want to sit back and listen.
Right.
And Peter presents some, is it all crime?
Well, not all crime. The majority is true crime.
Because you're interested in crime.
Well, I am. I'm fascinated by baddies. But it's basically true stories with an emphasis on true crime. It's something that interests me. But I was doing YouTube for quite a while, as you know, moto vlogs, riding my motorcycle and stuff. But it just became too overwhelming. So I simplified it, and with my Serial Talker YouTube channel, I just use a static image with a wave file. So when I'm talking, the motion is my voice moving, and that's basically it. That's the simplified YouTube channel of the Serial Talker. Otherwise, I have the podcast, which is available where you can download any podcasts.
Yeah.
And it's a weekly, so please check it out. Please subscribe if it's interesting to you.
Thank you so much for making the time to come here too. And I'm
pleasure.
glad that you could join us on that trip on April 3rd.
Oh, that was a blast. Yeah. I appreciate you inviting me. I hope we can do that again.
Yeah,
it was really
absolutely.
fun. Those little breaks are so necessary out of our busy schedules and lives.
Yes.
And that rail pass, man, what a great deal. For 20,000 yen, $200 to go all over Tohoku. Just ride the trains for 5 full days.
Ride the rails, man.
It's fantastic and see so many great things.
I want to tell you this. we actually rode in the grand class, right?
Right.
What did you think of that experience, riding in the grand class? And a shout out to Tim Lawson. Peter, I've listened to all your podcasts, and I'm really enjoying it.
Thanks, Tim.
Use this for coffee. We will get some coffee right after this.
Thank
you have
you.
some time for coffee, right?
I do.
Randania, thank you. We appreciate that from Hawaii. Aloha to Randania.
Thanks, guys.
Travel to Japan. I got a lot to talk about, including travel to Japan, which I hope will be opening up after the Olympics in August. We're not quite sure. The Paralympics, let's not forget about that. I'm more excited about the Paralympics than the Olympics, to be honest with you. I like to see all the technology and people coming together for that. But I think October is going to be maybe a time we see some limited tourism, but it's really hard to predict. 2022 seems to be a hard opening, right?
Yeah, I would expect, until then. We know. We don't want to get too much into the whole
we don't have to get too much into it, but I know that's the burning question that a lot of people have been asking here. When is travel going to start?
Right.
We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
But I'll tell you this, there will be rail passes for you when you come here. So you're going to have lots of opportunity to jump onto the Shinkansen and travel around. Hopefully you'll pick Tohoku.
Yeah.
Because
because there's no end date. They have not. It's open.
Right.
It's an indefinite period for this rail pass. The current plan. So when you get here, you will have opportunities to see some of the things that we saw.
Rizel Rapin, thank you very much from Singapore, I believe. I get you on the chat right now. If you have some questions for Peter and I before we cut off, we're going to be ending in about 5-10 minutes. Let me know what your questions are about Tohoku, about riding the rails here in Japan on the Tohoku Shinkansen, or anything having to do with train travel. I'd like to share with you.
I want to share with them this. I was really intrigued by this.
Oh, right.
So this is part of the Tohoku. You can use this up with your Tohoku Pass. I don't know if you can see that. This is the Pikachu Train.
The Pokemon with You train.
Right.
Yeah.
But the whole theme inside, it's all Pikachu. The seats, the floor is all bright yellow. It's just awesome. It looks so cool. And this goes from, where does it go?
Ishinoseki to Keisanuma.
Right. Ishinoseki to Keisanuma.
Ishinoseki, yeah.
And what a cool train. Have you ridden this one?
I have ridden that a few times.
Have you
sorry
really?
to admit it, yeah. If you ride it, and this is not daily, please check the schedule and make sure you have a reservation because it's a very popular train. You don't have to be a kid to ride it. Anybody can ride the Pokemon with You train. It's also included in the Japan Rail East Tohoku area pass, which is awesome.
Right.
On this train, there is a play area if you do have kids where they can play in like a Pokemon area, which is cool.
Right.
But they also have a Pokemon bento, Ekiben, that you can eat. That is so much fun, and it comes in a bag that you can keep. This is like 5 years ago that I ate the bento, but you can keep the goodies from there. I just love what JR East did with this. They took the Pokemon train, and they didn't put this in Tokyo, right? This is my opinion. They put it up in an area that was very much impacted from the Great Tohoku earthquake.
Right.
The Great Japan East earthquake. And Keisanuma is one of the cities that was highly impacted by there. A city that I really love very much. They also have Pokemon manhole covers up there too now.
Oh, really?
In Keisanuma,
That's cute. What a brilliant idea to get people up there, by offering this unique train. Lots of really cool trains. They have do you know about this one? You got to get us on this one.
Yeah.
Get us on this one. This is the Tohoku Emotion. There's a chef on board the train, and it's kind of hard to tell with this brochure, but you can get meals, and it goes along the seaside. Up in which part of Tohoku is that?
I can thank you. My wife and I are saving up for the time Japan is open to travel. Can't wait. I can't wait to see more smiling faces of international visitors here in Japan as well. It's kind of quiet here. It doesn't feel the same without you, right? It doesn't feel the same without tourists.
It's quieter. It's absolutely quieter for sure.
It is a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Some great questions here. A lot of them on you and your voice work.
Oh. Well, I'm happy to talk about it. They can email me.
Yeah.
We don't want to bore the listeners with my chat. Yeah.
Kent asks me about the 7 stars of Kyushu. Let me. That's out in Kyushu. I want to talk about Tohoku. There's actually a train up in Tohoku that is very much the same. The Shikishima. The Shikishima train is run by JR East, and it highlights. I think it is quite expensive, and I think there's a waiting list for these luxury trains of years.
Right.
And it's like $10,000 a ticket, $7,000 to $10,000 per person. But you sleep on the most luxurious train in your life. If you have a chance and an opportunity to ride these special luxury trains, you save your money for something like that, right? Especially the Shikishima is a train I'm dying to ride. I will do anything. I will trade my son. I didn't.
Trade your son?
No, I did not finish that sentence. I will do anything. I will not give up my son. No, that's not just kidding. But I will do almost. I'll let people. I don't know. Say hi to him. I don't know, but I would do almost anything
To ride that train.
to ride that train. And he's coming with me. Rio, Kanai too. If she wants to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did ride a luxury train down in Kyushu, and that was awesome.
7 stars.
7 stars,
Look
baby.
that up. Look that up online. 7 stars of Kyushu.
We filmed that with Discovery Channel and on a show called Mighty Trains, and that has not, because of the pandemic, it hasn't aired on Discovery Channel yet. But Peter and I and Tabby Eats, a shout out to our friends Satoshi and Shinichi, were on that train, and I hope we get a chance to ride on the Shikishima one of these times. I love it.
Yeah. It's such a fun way to travel. I prefer bullet train travel to like airline, because the airline's obviously a lot faster, but there's just something about the not having the burden of checking into a flight. You just get on the Shinkansen, relax, great views.
Yeah.
Just rocketing down the tracks, and it's a beautiful thing.
I love train travel too, but for me sometimes the Shinkansen is too fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Too fast.
I think the landscape moves by too quickly. I like to take the Shinkansen to get to like Morioka and then take a local train to get to some of the areas. There's some beautiful local train lines that I want to talk about in the next time we come here. If we do another live stream, we'll fix the audio and everything.
Yeah.
But the local train lines in Tohoku are incredible. It's like looking out the window at a moving postcard. And I love the Shinkansen, don't get me wrong. But when you get off and get on a local train, you absorb all that scenery so much better. That train line from Sendai going to Yamagata, or from Morioka going to Akita, you can take the Shinkansen or you can take local trains. It's slower, but if you love trains, and I love trains, that is the way to do it.
Right.
You can feel each bump on the train, right? Because the Shinkansen is so smooth. That is what makes me so much, I don't know, that makes me excited when I think about that.
Yeah, it's those local trains, they're more romantic, and you're really, like you say, you can get a feel for the locals, the local environment, the scenery, and everything. It's a lot more intimate.
It is, absolutely. Chan Manaseleli-san writes in here, you can get all the sites in Tohoku on the train, or should we hire a car for some areas? I'm a paramotor pilot. Would you fly tandem with me? I would.
Oh, fun.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a blast. I would love to do that.
Look, Tohoku is a massive area, all right? If you're a tourist and you don't have as much time, driving is possible, but I highly recommend getting to local areas by train, and maybe you can fill in the gaps by car. The local trains, I have to be honest, sometimes they're once an hour, all right?
Yeah.
And they stop quite early. You have to check the schedule, all right? There are some really good apps with local train times that in English, as well as assets on the Japan Rail website, which will give you the local train times.
Right.
But I get it, and there's some books that you could pick up at the bookstore, and that is so much fun just to skim through the book and look at the possibility of all the places that you can go. but for me, local train travel fills in the Shinkansen. And that network is very comprehensive around Tohoku. There are places where Japan Rail even has buses to help you get from one place to another. But
actually, that's a good question. Does that pass cover the bus travel as well? If it's
I don't know. We can
related?
ask the ladies. バスでも大丈夫このパスで。東北エリアパスはバス使える。
So if you guys are just joining, we are at the JR Rail Cafe in Tokyo Station.
Yeah.
Here in
It's
Tokyo.
okay.
It's okay.
So
you can
if
use the
JR
bus
has
as
a
well.
bus up there, you can jump on the bus to get to places.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Anything that we made a mistake with the information, we'll put it in the description just in case. This is a lot of fun. I want to again give a shout out to Japan Rail East, JRE, and Jeki and Jarman International for making this live stream possible here inside of Tokyo Station, which is totally awesome, right?
Very cool.
Check this out. We're right at Yaisu entrance of Tokyo Station, right there on blue tatami, which is even cooler.
Yeah. And this is open. This room is open to anybody. It's no reservations required. If it's open, you can sit in here, take off your shoes, relax, enjoy the people walking by,
It is pretty smooth.
Some great tea drinks. We've had some awesome teas, and yeah, really good time. Nice place.
Tor Toropoko, if you and PVG lead a guided Shinkansen tour, I would pay to go on that. That is something. I would love to fill an entire Shinkansen with you. There's no tourism here. We can't do that. So it was
at this point.
Okay, we have a map here. Oh, great. So just to be specific, and I'll put a link to this in the description here. And we're going to be ending in a second. The network is pretty comprehensive. You can use the Tohoku Shinkansen, Akita Shinkansen, Yamagata Shinkansen, Joetsu Shinkansen, Hokureku Shinkansen. Now the Hokureku Shinkansen, the Joetsu Shinkansen, not the whole thing, just in the Tohoku area. Keep that in mind.
And then all of the locals.
Right. The JR East line and the non-JR East line, there are some. And I will put a link in the description, I believe, or scan this and put this on the onlyinjapan.tv website so you can get a chance to look at this map. It is comprehensive. Again, this past the Tohoku area east, the Tohoku area with the JR East Pass is the name of this brochure. It unlocks travel in Tohoku, and I'm so happy that JR East opened this up to foreign residents like me and you living here in Japan to be able to ride the rails and see an area of Japan that's just full of natural beauty, onsen, sake, food galore. It is a paradise for so many different things: hiking, kayaking, adventure sports, history, culture, whatever. Trains, man.
Lots of trains.
Final comment, PVG?
I love Japan. That's all I gotta say.
That's all you gotta say.
I'm anxious to travel. I mean, I can feel people's pain. Those who have been here, they want to come back really badly, and we just have to continue to be a little more patient. But what a great place to travel. Tohoku, it's a blast. And like John was saying, it's a region that's relatively untouched to tourism compared to the other hot spots in Japan. But man, what an awesome place to travel.
Yeah.
And easy travel from Tokyo, which would be the main hub where you come into Japan. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
And a shout out to, we just got a super chat here. Warren Von Toronto writes in here, can you travel around Tohoku just in English? I think it's good if you have Google Translate or something. People understand that you're not going to be able to speak Japanese, okay, if you're a tourist, international tourist.
And they will try to accommodate.
Yeah, they will try, and people are very happy to see you. So if you make the effort to travel away from the tourist areas, you're rewarded with an experience that is what you're looking for in Japan. That all out, like you feel you're somewhere special, different in your life. It's life-changing. And not everyone is going to be able to speak English, but having the Google Translate app or just saying a couple of sentences will help you get what you need. If you have allergies, it might be good to set that up and learn the Japanese before you go. But for the most part, Tohoku is fine in English, and you have assets like this, Wi-Fi in all the stations. Just about, you can get pocket Wi-Fi at the airport, or SIM cards that are pretty affordable, so you always have communication. Japan's 4G is everywhere now, so you always have access to that. With technology, it bridges the gap in communication. It's not something you should worry about. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, I am in love with trains. I'm a huge train otaku. I got more to talk to you about this, but for this time, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment in the descriptions below. Give this guy his channel a look.
Please check out the Serial Talker.
Absolutely. And we'll see you in another live stream really soon. Goodbye.
Bye,
from
guys.
Tokyo Station.
Take care.